Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a ship with me. I'm thinking this is going to be kind of like a throughout the week ship with me. I'll just kind of add on every night that I ship. Today is Sunday, July 7th. And so I have sales from Saturday and Sunday. It's the holiday weekend, so July 4th was on Friday, so not too many sales. I had, I think, a sale that I only made a couple dollars profit on, and then I had a sale that I made $50 profit on. So this is going to show you like a really good variety of sales. But yeah, I wanted to do this because I haven't done a ship with me in a while. So we'll go ahead and get started. I have 7 items to ship out across all 3 platforms that I sell on: Postmark, eBay, and Mercari. Mercari sales are few and far in between, but it doesn't take me hardly any time at all to cross-list over there, and I find it worth my time. So for Mercari and eBay sales, I will be shipping out in these poly mailers. They're very, very cute. These are from Shipping Hip. I think this print came out around Valentine's Day, so you can see there's like little hearts, but I love the floral print. Here is the designer of this particular print, and then Shipping Hip. So I do have a discount code. Link and code is down in the description box. Saves you 15% off, free shipping on every single order. I love purchasing these because they're really great quality. I've been using them for probably at this point maybe 2.5 years. They usually come out with a couple different prints for each holiday, each season, and they're, like I said, amazing quality. So I do have that down in the description box if you guys want to look and purchase anything from them. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with my one Mercari sale. So if you have not seen my ship with me videos, I will show the item, but they're already packaged because once I photograph them, I put them in these clear bags. And so I'll pop up a picture to show you what the item actually looks like. So this is an Untuck It green polo shirt. Kind of has like a green and white print to it. This one was a size large. This sold on Mercari for $22. My cost of goods was $5.99. My husband actually found it at a Goodwill, and so my profit was $13.28, and it took 121 days to sell. So Untuck It is kind of just bread and butter for me. Not like crazy dollar amounts, but they do always sell. So especially in the bigger sizes, I've noticed like large, extra large, and higher definitely sell pretty good for me. So this was something I started to do a couple of ship with me videos ago, just say what city and state this was going to. So this is going to Baldwin, Missouri, which, if you don't know, I live in Oklahoma, so kind of a cat-a-corner state. We do have some family that lives in Missouri, so we do go somewhat frequently, a couple times a year. Okay, then on eBay, I have 2 sales. This one is a like gray, kind of tie-dye print t-shirt. This is the Lululemon Men's Agile t-shirt. This sold for $34.35 on eBay. This will include whatever shipping the buyer paid. I do calculated shipping based on the weight. My cost of goods was $3.99. Again, my husband found this at a Goodwill, and so my profit was $20.67. This did take 267 days to sell, but not a bad price at all for a t-shirt from Lululemon. So I will most of the time pick up men's Lululemon items unless they're like really expensive or super damaged. Men's Lululemon, just like, it always sells for me. And for usually decent money. So this item is going to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We actually went to Fort Lauderdale 2017. We went on a cruise, a family cruise, and the port was in Fort Lauderdale. So okay, this item is a cool item. It's the brand KUHL. This is a men's gray long sleeve shirt. This sold for $37. My cost of goods was $5.18. My husband actually found it at a garage sale, so that $5.18 is like an average cost of goods for whatever we found that day. My profit is $21.51, and it only took 55 days to sell. I try to, my goal is to sell most things within 90 days. So now this, I was actually pretty excited because this is going through eBay's global shipping program. It is going to London, England. So across the pond. And it was a full price sale, and best thing about international like that program, if they do decide to open up a return or something like that, eBay takes care of it. I don't have to give a refund or anything like that. So that's very exciting. That goes, I believe, to kind of like their international sorting facility or whatever. I think it's outside of Chicago. I know it's in Illinois. So it goes there first, and then they'll ship it to wherever it's going. And in this case, it's London. Okay, then my last 4 items I have on Postmark. 3 of them will fit in these padded flat rate envelopes, which is the thing I use the most from the Priority Mail line for Postmark items. Majority of my items will fit in here. And then the last thing is a pair of shoes. So I'll show you the box I'm going to use when I get to that. Okay, this is this is a Figs top. It is a size small. It is the Casma top. It's probably one of their more like common tops. So it usually doesn't sell for a ton, but Figs for a while have been slowing down for me. And then the last like 2 or 3 months, it has just been selling like crazy. So this did only sell for $15. My cost of goods was $6.29 at a Goodwill. My husband found it. So profit was only $5.71, but relatively quick flip at 74 days. So, you know, not too bad. And I was willing to take that. I think I had been sending out some bulk offers over the last couple of weeks, and the last offer I had sent was for $15. I think it was like 40% off. And then the person, it was I think at the end of June, like June 28th or something, and then the person came back today and offered me the 15. So I went ahead and accepted it because I'd already offered them the 15. And this is going to Kansas City, Missouri. So 2 sales going to Missouri. We've gone to Kansas City plenty of times. Sorry, my dog is shaking the tripod. And we actually have a trip planned with one of our friends to Kansas City at the end of July. So that is very exciting. We're gonna go see a Royals game, and this Royals game also at the end has a Flo Rida concert. I've seen him twice in concert, same venue in my town, and we've luckily been able to get front row seats both times. The first time, so I'm a millennial, I'm a 90s baby. So I grew up with his music. And so he, actually like took my phone and did like a selfie. If I can find it, I'll post it here. And so that was back in like 2016, 2017, something like that. And then in December, I think it was like December 30th of 2024, my parents actually got me and my husband the tickets for a Christmas gift for that concert. So that was really fun as well. So if you're watching, thanks Mom and Dad. But anyway, we're also gonna go see that at the end of the Royals game. So that'll be a really fun weekend. Okay. This is a Ralph Lauren men's like light blue button down shirt. This sold for $28. My cost of goods was $8.96, an odd number because it is a consignment item. So I have a couple of consignment clients and I will give them 40% of whatever the profit is, and that's what I consider my cost of goods. So I gave this consignor $8.96. So my profit was $13.44. It did take 273 days to sell, but she got 40% and I got 60%. So not too upset about that. And then this one is going to Chantilly, Virginia. Okay, last thing going in a poly mailer. This is Old Navy. It is new with tags. You just can't see the tag. I think it's attached to the sleeve, but this is just like a ribbed, like light pink slub knit t-shirt. Size medium. This sold for a whopping $8. So I did list this because it is a consignment client, like a consignment item from the same client as the one from the item before. And so I had this, I think, listed at 15. Someone offered me 8 and I accepted. So my cost of goods, or what I gave my consignment client, the 40%, was $2.02. And so my profit was $3.03. I took that offer because it had been listed 379 days. So this particular consignment client I've had as a consignment client since like March of 24. So like a year and a half, I think. Yeah. So I mean, it's going well. She gives me stuff every couple of months. She has some amazing things, and then of course she has stuff like this. So and just your normal stuff. But yes, she's given me hundreds of items over that time frame to sell. It's been great for both her and I. This is going to Kokomo, Indiana. So how fun. Okay. Then the last item I want to show you, I'm not going to package it up on camera, but I wanted to show you these because I think they're very, very cute. These are a pair of wedges. They are the brand Sorel, which typically you wouldn't think of like this style. You'd think of like boots or something like that. This is a very nice like 4-tone color suede wedge. They're called the Joni 3 wedge. These are a size 7. So I picked these up at a garage sale. Average cost of goods was $7.50. And I had these listed for $75, definitely on the higher end, but comps were around 60-ish. So, you know, I priced it that way so I could send offers. I think I even sent offers up to 30 or 40% off on these, and no one, you know, bit the bullet. And then today, this morning, I got a notification someone purchased them full price at $75. So that was a very exciting sale. So $75 was the purchase price. Cost of goods was $7.50 at a garage sale. My profit was $52.50, and these took 270 days to sell. I am going to be wrapping them in tissue paper and then packaging it in this box, which this is a shoe box. So literally made for shoes. This is pretty much what I put all my shoes in, except for some kids' shoes I put in smaller boxes, but most everything goes in here as long as it'll fit shoe-wise. So I will package that up and send it on its way. And this one is going to Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, which we also have some family that lives in Wisconsin. So that is very fun. So I will get these packaged up. These 7 items will go out tomorrow morning. And then hopefully I'll have some sales for tomorrow to ship out on Tuesday. Then I will come back and show you guys. All right, everyone, it is now Friday. I last filmed on Monday, and I had plans to do a ship with me for a full week, and that just unfortunately did not happen. I probably had 5, maybe 7 sales across the week, so really not missing a ton. But the main reason for that is this week was my last week at my full-time job. So that is one of the kind of bigger life changes that is happening. I am starting a new job next week. And so tomorrow I am flying out to Chicago to start that. A couple first days, like in training and at headquarters. And then it is fully remote after that. So it has just been a crazy week, spending the last few days at my previous 9-to-5 and prepping for this trip. So that is why I really just did not have the time to finish out this video. So I hope you guys understand. This is a big change. I was at my previous company for a little over 9 years. So this is just a big change, and more changes coming that I hope to share soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.